Pennsylvania women's healthcare need. I want to start a little bit about talking about the purpose of the assignment, and it's to address that there are no confidential, low-cost women's healthcare clinics in the area. All three of those criteria need to be met in order for this assessment to be fulfilled. There are a couple things to understand. The first thing is that all healthcare providers also see men, so there's no specific healthcare for women. And that there's only one Planned Parenthood within a 50-mile radius. Planned Parenthood is the most notorious women's healthcare clinic. State College, which is the big city in Center County, theirs closed in 2007, so it's been about over 10 years since they've had one. There is a pregnancy resource clinic in the area, and it provides low-cost healthcare. So there's one, but it's faith-based, which means that you're not going to get things like contraceptives or even abortions, and it's not confidential. If you're under 18, they will call your parents to let them know what's going on and if they're using your insurance and all of that. What do low-cost healthcare clinics do for women besides contraceptive services and counseling and birth control? They also do things like diabetes training and diabetes counseling, as well as glaucoma testing, and of course STDs and STIs, because we know that unprotected sex has a higher rate of HIV and STDs for women, and that pregnant teens or teen moms are at a higher risk of STDs and of course, repeat pregnancy. And the sample is about 77,502 women, according to the Census Bureau. That's about 48% of the county, so about half of the county. The information we're getting is from the Census Bureau, obviously, from the Mount Nittany Hospital CHNA, or Community Health Needs Assessment. What that is it's basically an assessment of the county that the hospital serves, or the population the hospital serves. Every hospital has to do it once every 3 years. Ours just happens to be from 2016. Various peer-reviewed journals, and of course 3 interviews, one from Kendra Getting, who's the director of Out of the Cold State College. Mary, whose last name she wanted to be withheld, is the director of Center County Women's Resource Center, and Ginny Poorman, who's the director of Hearts for Homeless Shelter. Let's start with Kendra. Kendra is the director of the Out of the Cold Center County, which is the night shelter for those who are abused and or homeless. That's where they sleep. They see about 15 to 30 clients a night, and half are women. The problem is that they cannot put women and men in different rooms. They just don't have a space for it, which sometimes leads to sexual harassment and inappropriate touching, which is punishable, obviously, but the women still come out abused, and that there's no healthcare clinic for women who catch diseases because of abuse, both in and out of the shelter. So there's nowhere for them to really go, so the only place that Out of the Cold can send them is the hospital. And that there is also no employed social worker on staff for Out of the Cold. And then we look at the day shelter, the day homeless shelter run by Ginny Poorman. It's called Hearts for Homeless. It provides homeless with daycare, and it provides lunch and snacks. I really hope those aren't coming up.